Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Happy 2025, everybody. Drop me a comment if you're here. My name is Tracy Weinzapfel. I go live every Wednesday. This is 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're kind of working out the time frame. I might do a couple that go a little bit later. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Anne. Hi, Anne. Oh, lots of Anns. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, let me know if you can hear me and see me. I have the heater going in the background because it's cold. It's cold. So I won't complain about weather or any of those things. Hi, Laura. Yes. Okay. I've signed up for the Fresh Art Challenge, Fresh Start in Art. I'm so happy to hear that. It's 6:32. Oh, okay. Here in North Carolina. So I'm going to take the first 5 minutes um, just to say everybody's logging in, and I always like to be very positive and start on a very positive note, and I am so excited for 2025, but my heart is heavy right now. Very, very heavy. For those of you who are in California, my heart is like literally I could cry right now, and probably I shouldn't have watched TV all day. I moved in October and became a resident of North Carolina. I myself have been through two horrendous fires in Southern California, evacuated, all of the things. What do you grab? Yeah, my eyes are welling up. I just want to take 5 minutes to just say my heart is there. And all of those in LA, it is devastating. Those first responders are going into very dangerous situations. And I just can't, I would be remiss if I didn't say anything because, of course, all my kids still live there. I still have the Fire Watch app on my phone. And if you're in Southern California, this art is probably the last thing on your mind. But and if you're in the LA area, I just can't imagine, and I can imagine. I actually, all the things, all the things. And I think watching the TV and all day long, I was watching CNN and switching. I didn't get the local channels. I got on the LA channel. My daughter lives up further from LA, so of course I was calling her and be prepared, and this is what you should take with you. You always think about what you would take, and obviously that is your family and your pets and all those things. But I just wanted to say, normally I just start out and we just start painting, but my heart is heavy, and I can't help it because I lived in California for 30 years. And I loved it. I didn't leave it because I didn't love it. I just wanted to be by my family. And so if you're safe, like that is amazing. And this weekend we're going to get snow here. It's just a wacky time to see that the winds are that high, and it's like a perfect fire cane, if that's a word. But back, oh, gal, 2007, the Witch Creek fire, the Cedar fire. I lived in Ramona, California, where those fires originated from. And I will tell you, when you see fire coming over a ridge and you can see the fire, that fire is eminently dangerous. And I think having come from Michigan, you don't understand, like, oh, how, but 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 mile per hour winds in those dried out areas. Thank you so much, you guys, for just giving me 5 minutes. I promise I'll come out of that, and then we'll just edit this out of the video, and you won't ever tell that I had bags and crying. And it is prayers to the firemen, the police, all of those people trying to protect their homes, and sometimes you look at it and they have a hose and it looks like, they're in a sword fight with a toothpick, which is literally what it is. So I just want to lift California up in my prayers. I will be looking at things that will go for those who have lost their homes. Oh my goodness. And it's a rough way to start the year, but I just have to be honest and transparent and tell you that is the space that I've lived in all day. My heart is just, I had it on the TV all night, and then of course I'm on the phone with my daughter, the app. I had to turn the notifications off. In fact, the irony was the Watch Duty app, if you're in California, always have that app. I had that app, and oh my God, Kay said one firefighter couldn't get over a fence, so he got a bystander to help him. I saw it. Everybody helped. It's everybody. That's what happens. I remember driving to a safe place in the middle of the night with 3 kids, a dog, and the safe place I went to got evacuated. We had to take the dog. We couldn't take the dog to where we went. I dropped off the dog at just some random spot. And that brings back memories, and seeing horses and, all of the things you think, oh my God, I just, you feel for the animals, the wildlife, all of those things. So just to say, everything about my heart today was just heavy, and I couldn't get away from the TV. I had it rolling behind me, and the National Guard is on their way. Yeah. So, all around. It's people losing their homes and having minutes to get out of there. We left my house. I had a friend call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had 3 small children and a dog, and he was like, Tracy, there's a fire. This was way back before Watch Duty. This was way back. There was no way to get warnings. We actually left. And back at that time, my ex-husband was a first responder. That's like PTSD for me. It's just remembering. And now, having moved to North Carolina, not such a thing because we get lots of rain and all that stuff, but I still smell even a campfire, and my head just goes, whoop, where's the fire? So anyway, I just had to start with that. I would be remiss if I didn't. And I think I would be being dishonest to all of you guys that that's where my head has been all day. But art is one of those things that makes you feel better. I am very blessed. Like I said, the Watch Duty app, I had just deleted it 2 days ago. And then yet to this morning, I was like, I have to put that back on my phone because I also want to know when my kids, like I still have my family there. So I put it back on my phone. I just turned off the notifications because I didn't want it dinging and scaring me. So that's it. Anyway, that's really what I wanted to say for those of you who are in California. And, and then weirdly enough, what follows a fire is beautiful sunrises and sunsets. And then there's regrowth and all of the things, and people rebuild. But that's not in the place that they're in right now. And my goodness, those firefighters, first responders, policemen, and let me just tell you, a first responder could be anybody down to, the Border Patrol gets involved, you name it, they got everybody on the front line. And I remember those firemen, firewomen, fire people, they would go 36-hour shifts without sleeping. So I remember I actually went to when they had that in our town and served food and delivered chapstick and face masks and all the things, and took my kids. And like I said, I was married to somebody who was involved in that. So I felt like I needed to talk about it. Yeah, Ellen says it's important to talk about it. And it's a big part of my life. So we're going to move on. Okay, so welcome to my studio. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. We're working out the time. I am going to talk to you about something. In fact, let's put up my screensaver so that we can talk about this. What is this? Um, the Fresh Start in Art Challenge 2025. Okay, that gives me a good starting point. All right, what is the Fresh Start in Art 2025? That is my next art challenge, and maybe during this time it's like so important to create, do stuff, raise money. Remember, art is something that can be used to serve a point, all this stuff. So I'm going to talk to you about what that is, the Fresh Start in Art. Oh, God, this bin got heavy. So January 27th through the 31st, we're going to be doing another art challenge. If you have done my art challenges in the past, if you don't mind putting it in the comments and saying, oh my God, I've done it, I love it, it got me doing whatever, I'm not going to tell you what to say. But basically, where are my notes? I printed up the supply list too. Okay, Brenda said I got my journal cut and I'm ready. I understand you're feeling such a horrible situation, but art does help us through a lot. The first responders are amazing. I couldn't do that. True. My sister's boarding care burned down in Altadena. Okay. There we go. Letitia said, I live in Texas. I live in Texas, originally from California. My mind was not much on my work today either. That was terrible. It was terrible. And I work for a California company. I work remote. Okay. Everybody, trickle down. Thank you. Okay. The art challenges are fun, Jan Peterson said. So I've done these for the past few years. Basically, the cost is $10, and the $10 includes 5 days, 5 lessons, 5 supplies. Okay, 5, 5, 5. Guess what? In the 5th month of May, I turned 55. It is 2025. 5 is my favorite number. This is like a big infinity of fives. Over those 5 days, what we're going to do is I'm going to break everything down in bite-sized pieces. And I'm taking this back to when I started. I'm taking this back to when I started and I started painting and I said to myself, I cannot draw a stick figure. This is my first journal. Oh, this is my first flip book. Okay. I love your art challenges. I'm addicted. Denise said, your challenges are always fun and a wonderful art lessons. So thank you. Shelley said, my journal is cut and I'm ready. Okay, so way back in the day, when I couldn't draw a stick figure and I was going through a divorce and my life was falling apart, I decided, you know what, I would like to paint more. So I cut up a book and made flashcards, and then I challenged myself, and I sat outside, and I drew hearts, and I drew stars, and I drew whatever just caught my eye. And sometimes it was in thirds, the paper, sometimes it was in half, but it became this little diary of ideas. This diary of ideas I still use to this day. And when my team came to me and said, what do you want to do for your next art challenge? The idea of the flip book came. In fact, way back in the day before social media was socially media crazy, I posted this. This was the thing that got me the most hits ever. And back in the day, it was probably 10, so don't get excited. But this actually was the idea that I came up with, and it was like all these little squares that I drew. I freehanded this. And if you don't know this, this actually became a stamp set I have called Be There or Be Square. And it has some pre-filled in stamps that are square. I can show you it. And then I had blank ones that you just stamp, and then you make your own little diary of sorts. So this was my original flip book. And I thought, and then I had a second one because then I thought, well, if I can draw if I can just like draw, I can draw an ear of corn, I can draw pumpkins, I can draw carrots, I can draw mushrooms, and I can draw peas, and I can just make this little book. I can make this easier for me. Okay. Candy said, your art challenge has got me hooked and I joined your artful journey. Thank you. That means a lot. So bring it back to present day. Present day. Sorry, my book is getting beat up because I'm taking it everywhere and then I'm showing it off. But take it to present day. My team says, what do you want to do for your next art challenge? When do you want to do it? In December, I went to the local coffee shop because I got out of my art studio, got out of my head, and decided, why don't I just take it back to where and how I learned? Lisa with 2 S's said, I joined Tracy's art challenge maybe 4 or 5 years ago and joined your artful journey. It was the best thing I've ever did for myself. Tracy and this tribe has got me through many hard times. Went to the retreat last May and made lifetime friends. Thank you. It's funny how one little, like, I don't know. It's funny how, like, one little thing breeds so much. Thank you, Lisa. Anyway, so I went to my journal and I started. And then my team was like, nope, you got to break it down further. I was like, okay, so we can do backgrounds, we can do drawings, and we can make our own flip book. And in essence, I'm going to break this down so that you can have bite-sized pieces of art. When you sit down and you look at a large canvas and you go, wow, that's a lot of white space. What I do is break it down and I teach you from my steps and techniques to come up with full-size pages. And if you click on the link that was provided, and I'll give it again, what we're going to do on day 1, we're going to do backgrounds. On day 2, we're going to do 3 basic flower drawings. On day 3, okay, so both of those are going to be on a third of the page. On the 3rd day, we're going to move up to a half a page, and we're going to combine those flowers and add some details. On day 4 and 5, and you guys got to select everything, because if you didn't know, and I was, y'all don't know what I'm working on when I'm working on it. But I posted a survey and said, I made 5 pages. What do you want to see? Number 1, and I had 5 of them. You guys remember this on my Facebook page? There's another one. Here's another one. And here's the last one. So on day 4, we're going to do a full page. That's that. And on day 5, we're going to talk about gradient, watercolors, how they move, how the water goes. How do you get those bright, bold colors? All of the things that have led me to where I have my own art voice. Now, what I want to express to you is through this art challenge, this is about you finding your art voice and making a daily practice and figuring out, what do I have time for? Lots of questions that I've gotten is the supplies. What do I need? Is it watercolors or acrylic? Number 1, it's watercolors. Here is your supply list. And when you sign up, I made this so basic. When you sign up, Donna says the flip book is the best. I love that. Thank you. I don't know why I never thought. It's like flashcards for art. So I took a photo. 5 basic supplies. Number 1, the art journal, watercolors, painter's tape, a paintbrush. I give you the size, black permanent pens, and then I wrote optional. Okay. Because those are the 5 basic supplies I use. I use an art journal, mixed media, or watercolor paper. Size does not matter. The smaller the size, the smaller the paper. I'll tell you what I'm using. Okay, watercolors. Go grab your kids' praying or Crayola. I have a list. I will tell you the supplies I used. If you want to order the materials from me, I have them in stock. In fact, the paintbrushes are coming in soon. I ordered 100 of them. Painter's tape. Not that difficult. This is painter's tape. I should be showing you. Okay, the journal I'll be using is 7 by 10. The reason I picked 7 by 10 was because I want you guys to know and see what I'm If I picked a smaller journal, then I'd have to zoom in. Here's my original. I think that's like 5.5 by 6.5. the one that I use with your Artful Journey, because your Artful Journey has been doing this for a year or two. Look at this. We have this most amazing flip book in the world, and they get different topics every month. This one is 5.5 by 7 or 8. Okay. Oh, I know what it is, and I'll show you, because the two journal, every journal I sell you could use. Yeah, here it is, 5.5 by 8.5. So that's mixed media. This is the 7 by 10 watercolor. I have a limited supply of journals left. I do have painter's tape. I do. Okay, so going back to my list, art journal. We just talked about it. Watercolors. I will be using the classics. What does the classic means? The primaries. I have to make sure I show you the newer set. Okay, here it is. So if you're wondering what my set looks like, this is the exact set I'm using. I have 50 of these in stock, and I'm getting 50 more. So, okay. Go grab your kids' watercolors. It'll be fine. Painter's tape. I believe, okay, the one I'm probably going to use is either a 1/2 inch, and this is probably nearly 3/4 of an inch. Doesn't matter. I can talk to you about size. We can make it work no matter what. Okay. I sell it in like 4 different sizes, but I think this is nearly 3/4 of an inch or a 1/2 inch. That's what I recommend. And then a 6 round paintbrush, which is probably your most basic paintbrush. You could do a 4, you could do a 6, you could do an 8, but that's getting a little big. And then the other tool that I love is an ultra fine and fine Sharpie. Now this one happens to have ultra fine and fine. I sell these in my shop too, just a Sharpie. Somebody wanted to know what the magic pens I use. I'm like, you can thank Sharpie for that. Okay. So when you get it, this is your supply list right here. And then down here, there are active links. They take you to my shop. I sell the supplies. I'm sold out of the paintbrushes until I get them, probably this week. I'll turn that on. And I am shipping immediately. Like I am, I will say this about the art journals. Many of you are ordering the art journals from me, which is fine. And you're having me paint the first page, which is fine. Until I get to about 10 of them and I'm behind. But yeah, what I'm doing is I'm just going to go live and just start painting art journals. I've always offered that as an option, and people take it a lot, and I have to remember. So, did I answer all of the questions? The details. The cost is $10. The link I am providing, is the sign up. All the details are there. It shows you day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It makes art manageable, portable. That's another thing. The bigger the journal, won't fit in your purse. Okay. And you're going to have a visual journey and a progress of how you're doing. This is exactly how I started painting. Yes, the cost is $10. No, it does not include the supplies. People ask me all the time, when do I expect the supplies? I don't think for $10 I could ship you the supplies. 5 lessons, 5 days. The lessons are usually about 30 minutes, maybe 45 if I'm answering questions, but I'm going to roll right through and answer questions at the end. The sessions are going to be January 27th through the 31st. And they are live. They are all recorded. If you cannot be there live, you can watch the recordings over and over and over. You have lifetime access in the private Facebook group. Okay? So, and this is going to be like a supportive community. We're sharing our art every day. And this flip book method is literally my habit. It is my morning meditation. It is what I have been doing. And never knew when I started that I would be sharing this with you right now. I never knew that this would be what Felicia just said. I am loving the flip book idea. I think I ran through everything. The classes will be at 8 p.m. live Eastern Standard Time. I'll have to figure out how to stay up later. And that is 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think I got just about everything. And when you sign up, you immediately are joining the Facebook group. You will immediately in the group see the supply list. I encourage you to use what you have. Please never forget that I encourage you to use what you have. You don't have to buy anything. You don't, no obligation. It's just, this is meant for beginners, advanced, somebody who just wants to get back in the habit. Maybe you're not making art a priority or creativity. Maybe you're not making your own time. This is exactly what it's for. And by the way, that flip book is what has led me to this. And this. And this. Okay. So I think I answered all the questions. You can feel free to ask me any questions you'd like. Tonight's lesson is going to be, oh, don't forget too with the watercolors. People ask me this all the time. Oh, it's okay. The classic set of watercolors is kind of boring. Pick out the colors you want to use. Pick out a different set. I think I have 12 to 15 different colors of watercolors. Pick out what you would like. You don't have to use the same colors as me. Just remember that. You don't have to use the same brand of watercolors. Go to your local supply store, go to Schmeichel's, go to wherever you want. If you're international, please check your local time zone. I'm already getting the emails about what time is what in Australia, New Zealand, Zimbabwe. I am terrible at time changes and time zones. So do me a favor, Google that. I'm in the East Coast now, and it's going to be 8 p.m. So I'll be in my pajamas. No, I'm kidding. Okay, who wants to paint? I know I went over a little bit. Who wants to paint tonight? Who wants to paint tonight? All right. And if you have any questions, the email is down below right there. Do you see it? Do you see it? It's support@yourartfuljourney.com. That will go to Ann. Ann, are you here tonight? I think you are. I think I said hi. This is a brand new journal. This can be used. This is an indigo handmade paper, 5.5 by 8.5. It is 100% cotton. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to paint in it. If somebody wants to buy this journal, you can email support@yourartfuljourney.com. And this book will be yours. You just pay for the cost of the journal and the shipping. And, oh, let's make sure my white balance is set. Ready, set, paint. Okay. Yeah, oh, she's right there. So if you, oh, Wava said, I want to paint for 5 days. All right, I love it. So if somebody wants to purchase this journal, it is for sale. I normally, and I won't charge you for the first page of painting. I do that on Wednesdays, and it was such a fun thing to do. So if anybody's interested, no obligation. This journal could be mine. Did I hit all the questions, by the way? So all the supplies I'll be using, I do have in the shop. I am using painter's tape to tape this off. Is anybody new and never joined me? I would love to know. We are going to be using watercolors. I won't use the classic set tonight. I'll use something else just to kind of mix it up a little bit. I feel like I'll mix it up a little bit. What set is sitting right here? It is Odyssey. Let me see if I want to use that. So what I'd love for you to do is take your spray bottle and just soak these down. I move this out of there. If you're wondering why I put on the supply list optional pencil, ruler, and craft knife scissors, I give you the instructions to make the flip book and what you need to prepare for our challenge. It's nothing more than just cutting a piece of paper in half or in thirds, but I just share the instructions with you and give you some tips. Carol with an E is new. Welcome, Carol. So why am I wetting down my watercolors first? I'm going to give them a 30-second soak, and then I'm going to wipe off last week's. I don't wipe anything off. My watercolors get incredibly used. I know some of you save your supplies for rainy days, but today's a rainy day. Okay. Oh, Karen YN, I'm excited learning. SoCal. Karen, I just moved from SoCal. Wait a minute. Lisa Lee, I'm new. Here in North Carolina. Lisa, I'm in North Carolina. Okay. So take your fingers and just rub it along the inside. Why am I doing that? Because I want to make sure I get a good bond. I don't care about this part. I mean, it helps if it's all sealed. But I just want to make sure I get a good bond from that paper. Oh my goodness. I'm originally from Michigan. Go green, go white. And I'm going to take my baby white, by the way, and just hit this yellow that is saturated with purple because I was playing with it. All right. So why am I wetting my watercolors? Because that just gets them all ready for me to use. All right. Welcome, you guys. I'm so happy to have you all here. Now the answer is always, this is always a thing. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to do that. I always like when I can make eye contact with you. Let me see if I can move this over here. Okay. So, this is one of the happiest no-stress art places. Lisa, you're close to me. I'm going to start having classes here. I paint from the space I'm in. Now, the space I'm in is a little weird tonight. So, I'm just going to like grab a paintbrush. Probably something big. No, not something big. What's this? This is the 6 round. I'm probably grabbing a 6 round. I always grab the same dang 6 round. All right. I paint from the space I'm in. Sometimes that space just leads me to say, like, just go with it. Oh, Sue said, I would like tonight's painting. Where do I go? Sue, just come pick it up. The door is here. Everything's open. No, I'm kidding. Email support@yourartfuljourney.com, which is listed right under my name. Okay. So tonight, I'm going to let my little heart go, okay? And I'm going to let it go. Oh, you did. You emailed me, love. Okay. I kind of thought. I was like, I don't know. Sometimes people's names are different. I'm just kind of protecting the work surface because if somebody buys the journal, I don't want to be painting all over it. All right, Tracy, sit down. Relax. Relax. Just do it when you want to come through it. Okay. I'm learning. I was sitting in my thoughts for a minute. Let me move this over here because now I moved. Okay, here's the center. There's the center. Just, okay. And then I'm just going to go out. Oops. Kind of wanted that a little more yellow, but I'm just going to go out. Okay. And then I'm just going to go here. It's okay. The water is going to kind of run where it goes. I don't know if you guys are going to be like, what is she doing tonight? Just give me a minute. I'm just mixing up whatever's kind of in there. That's purple. I just dumped some purple in there. Now, if the middle gets a little too crazy, I can just dry my brush off and pull the color back, okay? This doesn't have to be an exact drawing of anything. I'm going to throw some more yellow in here and just have that going down there, okay? Now, how many of you are just like, oh my gosh, this is what she's going to do. Like, this is it. Yes, this is it. We're going to just relax. I'm going to drop some more green in here. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I should have put music on. Okay. We're just going to let that sit for a minute. Okay. How are we doing? No, this is not the same palette. I'm sorry, did I not say? This is the tropical set. I thought I was using Odyssey. This is tropicals. I have this in stock. You could use this. You could use this. Sorry about that. Hi, Tracy, scrolling Facebook and you popped up. Okay. Now I'm going to take a fan brush. We're going to let this dry a little bit. I'm going to take a fan brush. By the way, if anybody orders journals tonight, I will be painting journals tonight. So I have like 3 to paint. I'm looking for a fan brush. Here it is. Okay. It doesn't have to be a fan brush. I think Facebook froze. Does anybody see me? I better make sure. I'm sorry, I'm not really watching. Put my... Now I'm going to wait patiently until that dries a little bit. Otherwise, I'll just take a heat gun to it. Can you guys see me on Facebook? And I just want to make sure because somebody said it froze. Sometimes it freezes on your end and you have to restart, but if I'm here, I'll just keep painting. All right. Oh, it's back now. Now I'm going to take a little brushy poo. Yeah. Water that down. Water that down. Just a little water. Probably shouldn't turn Facebook on because then I'll just go back to what I've been seeing all day. All right. And then I'm just going to give, okay, good, thank you. It froze, but I'm back. I'm going to give it a little zhuzh, just a little zhuzh around, okay? What does that mean? I'm just zhuzhing, just a little, nothing too much. I want the background to have some little specks of fun, okay? And then I'm going to try and take a little bit of purple, not a lot, because I tend to just go a little, okay. It froze, but I'm back. Okay. And there's the purple. I'm throwing the purple in there. And you can just go right over your painting, okay? So I got the watercolors. I got a little bit of purple, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of this. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. I'm kidding. Let me make sure I'm live. So I'll be able to. I'm sorry I didn't turn myself on to see if I was live. Okay, I'm working. I see me. So that's all I've done. All right. Still a little bit wet. Not going to go any further than this. I feel the need to go a little bit further, but I don't want to. Maybe a little green down here. How about a little green? Because I can't help myself. Oh, that's not green. That's green and red. I always throw the paint. Okay, that's fine. Let's just throw a little bit of, yeah. Okay. Now don't touch it. Do not touch it. Please put your paintbrush down. Okay. This is a heat tool, by the way. It is nothing magical other than it blows out heat like your hair dryer. But if you use this as a hair dryer, you'll burn your hair off. So if you're new, heat tool. You could also use a hair dryer. But don't use the heat tool as a hair dryer. Now, what are we going to do tonight? We're going to embrace the white space. Do you know what that means? Tracy is not going to touch the white space behind me and mess it all up because she gets a little crazy when there's a bunch of white space. Okay? I feel like painting another page tonight. Who wants to order another journal tonight and I'll paint it tonight? Because I feel like painting. I don't have anything to do and this is free. This is free in my heart. Okay, why am I drawing this? Oh, because I'm going to use a pen and I don't want to mess my pens up. But all we did was take some watercolors and just flow out from the middle. That's all we did. There was nothing magical in what I did, see? Now, I just let all this dry because I'll probably use it later. Again, I'm using the tropical set. I messed that up earlier. Oh, yeah. If you order one and you want it painted, you got to order the paint. I just feel like painting. I got to let her go. All right. So do I have, this is the twin tip Sharpie. I don't know if both ends are working. You never know with my pens. What I want to say, though, about art is, and somebody said to me the other day, I don't like your kind of art, it's too fast. And I was like, okay, I understand that. But not all of us have a ton of time in the world to create masterpieces. I enjoy the release that I get and finding my own little art style. And this just suits me happily. So I get it. I get it. Okay. Are you ready? I am just going to, now we lost the, oh no, we're not ready because you know what I should do is just get a brand new pen. Okay. That's an ultrafine Sharpie. Do I have to move in on this at all? I can move in. Okay. Now for those of you who are like, do you have to like go in and perfectly go around it? My pens suck. Every one of them. Guess what I'm doing? This is my pen now. I cannot sell this pen. How do I know that? I'm just going to put a T on it. I just want to, there we go. This is my pen now. I should be using a brand new pen every time I talk. Oh, yeah. Does anybody try to give life support back to their pens and they use them until they just, it's embarrassing how cheap I am, but I just enjoy my art supplies to the bitter end. All right. Now, do you notice I'm not choking up on the bat? I am very relaxed. I'm trying not to get that T messed up. Okay. And I'm just kind of going in with a very relaxed. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to come in here. Now, this is the handy part of this pen. Are you ready? Whoops. Here we go. You know what I could do though is paint 1,000 wine glasses, because I do have a new client who would like me to stock wine glasses at their store. So that's what I could do. Yeah, I just want to extend the life of everything I use. And then sometimes I have to say, Tracy, you deserve it. You deserve a better pen. Now here, we're just going to scribble down here. Now, how many of you were like, oh, gal, I have been beating myself up over this art style, and I could just come in and paint like I'm 12? Yes. A little scribble. A little scribble just makes your heart feel happy, doesn't it? Glad I decided to do watercolors tonight. Just kind of brought me back to ground zero. Now, I'm a teacher, and this looks so simple that my students can do this as a Mother's Day card. I know that they would love it. Karen, I love to support our teachers. The answer is yes. Uh, I used to teach art. My kids, I was the art docent for my school, my kids' school. Um, and they went to good universities only because their mother finished all their art projects. And I did not lie about it. I would tell those teachers who were my friends, I deserve a total A on this project. Okay, I'm looking for my fan brush one more time. I know I said I'm always done by 7:30. Um, I don't have black in this set, so that's okay. I'm just going to use purple, and I'm just going to mix this dark blue. I'm just going to get this as dark as I can possibly. Oh yeah, this is pretty. I'm just going to, oh, I should scoot this back over. I just took the dark blue, the dark green, the dark purple, the whatever is as dark as possible. And I'm just going to try this. It's probably not going to work, but it's my, okay. I'm just going to come in here. Oh, that's not, it's like I'm missing, but yeah, there we go. Okay. I just wanted to shoot some of that there, but okay. Stop painting. I'm done. This was as simple as I needed tonight to be. But, and I'm happy I started myself a new pen. Okay. There we go. We're done. Remember that all of my classes that I do on Wednesday nights turn into a free demo or free tutorial on my Facebook page, or no, on my website, Tracy Weinzapfel Studios. So if you missed anything, missed most again, maybe I can get your change in time soon. I know. Trying to schedule them earlier, but I think this was something that we all kind of needed. And welcome to 2025. Sorry, stand up. Is there a replay? It's on my Facebook page. It'll be here, but it will be. I'm gonna give myself a little border here, because I love a good little border. It will go on my newsletter goes out on Tuesdays, and then this goes is a video, and they'll put a free tutorial. I'll have a free tutorial on my website. Okay, so I know this is like. Now I'm going to take the painter's tape off, and then I'm going to do one more little border, and I'm going to sign this. Okay, painter's tape off. Whomever purchased this, if Anne, if you could email support@yourartfuljourney.com, I will send an invoice and I will ship this out today or tomorrow. And if you are interested, there is an option for me to paint your journal. Just remember, I run a membership group called Your Artful Journey, and where I do deep dives of lessons and techniques that help you find your art voice. Do not forget to sign your artwork and be proud of what you create. Well, I don't know about you. That made my heart feel a ton lighter. I'm going to do one thing. Oh, I don't have red. Hold on. I do have red. Y'all know I am known for my red little hearts on all my artwork. I'm going to give myself, I love the red in this one, and Pyro Red. I can't remember who purchased this. Journal. But one of my signatures is a Pyro Red or Red Heart, and I'm going to make a more concerted effort that my art includes that, so I'm putting one in the book, okay? And that will dry, and I'll take a little. Sue, if you can send an email, otherwise this journal is up for sale. The first person who emails, support@yourartfuljourney.com. Karen, thank you for showing us how to paint. So pretty. You're welcome. Every Wednesday I go live. We're at 6:30 right now. I was debating a 7 o'clock time frame for my West Coast friends who want to join me. But I'll let you know. There's a new book called Beyond Anxiety. Talks about creative to help with anxiety. Reminds me of you telling us to do something creative every day. I'll check out that book. Oh, sorry. Attention, shoppers. Sue K is now the recipient of the art journal as I burn my lips off. Okay, remember, be relaxed. Don't choke up on the bat. Who's going to remind me to put a heart in every piece of art that I create? I always put it's in my signature, so it's not like I don't put one. Okay, everybody, just a reminder to do something creative every day. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for starting out 2025 so brilliantly. This is what we painted. I mean, she happy. I'll talk to you all soon. Do not forget to sign up for this. What is it? That Fresh Start in Art Challenge 2025. It is January 27th through the 31st from starts at 8 p.m. Dina Campbell, I made it almost on time. Dina, you can watch the replay on my page. Look what we painted. She's my bestie. All right. I miss you all. I'll talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful evening. Talk to you later. Oh, finish.